Hello, and this time I will explain the partial lesson for Engineer of Quality 3. First of all, we will see a little bit about the Postman. And right there, we can see the Postman project. And as you can see, we have the following features: tags, task, comments, lists, and folders. Finally, and each member of the team select a specific feature, and after that, we build some specific and clean test cases using the characteristics or fit functional positive, functional negative, security that's not functional, functional fuzzy, and functional reliability. That's okay. And we also use the following environment variables. We use the client ID, client secret, code, the token, very important, the base URL, and in my case, for the folders, we need a specific space ID. Right there is very manual, but after when we move on to the framework, we will see that's very easier in the code conversion. So let's execute that. We select right there and click on run. After that, we select the run clock, the feature built by me. That was the folder. And as we can see, everything request passed very correctly and everything is working very well. And that passed very successfully. Everything passed. And that's correct. The postman is very, very functional. Let's move on to the next point. Next point is talking a little bit about the framework of automation and with the current advance, with a README, etc. And so, right there, we can see our framework. They are structured by the following folders architecture: business, core, logs, media, reports, and the most important, tests. As you can see, the test is very similar like the structure of the postman because we just move on the test cases into a code, and that's it. On the business, we can see some important features. For example, the AP services to don't hard code the request inside of each test case and make very clean architecture. Okay. We also have the schema validators with the same objective, some utils that's very important for some helpers with comments. That is a wait or a timeout to be more specific, and the tags for filter the different kinds of test cases. And right there, we also have the reporter, JSON reporter. We also have unit tests for each different file designed for any specific objective in the project. For example, the HTTP client, the loader, and the request manager. Okay, and a simple monad, right, like that. That is just for don't use in a big quantity the try catch. So the objective of this monad is to reduce the try catch use, and that's it. If we move on into my test cases, we also can see that how we can execute is the question that you will ask yourself when you see this structure. Easy. You just need to look into the commands MD right there. And if we see a little bit on this file, we can see the following contents: where tags in the project, test categories, execution, available commands, use examples, and how to add tasks into your test. A fully complete documentation. And we also have a review of the category of each test case, as we can see. The execution tags, smoke. We also have the functional with the name, with the available features, and the negative test cases. We also have the very important field, the smoke test. All the smoke tests can be run just specifying on the command smoke. That's it. Just like that, we can run the test smoke for folders, test smoke for tags, and just like that with the following features. And finally, if I want, I can execute the same as I executed that in Postman previously. What we need to execute? Easy, the following. Use np run test negative folders. But if I want to just execute everything test cases inside a feature, we can execute test functionality. This is in Spanish because the team have feels more comfortable working the code in Spanish. Okay. Right there we have the folder. So I have the command right there. So let's got it. Let's execute that. Okay, let's wait a second. They are looking for the tags inside my feature that have folders tag. They are determining what test to run and what test need to skip. And let's wait a second. After that execute. And while this is executing, I can explain you how to move on or how to execute the project. Right there you can see a simple readme, how to execute that, how to manage that, how to set up the environment variables also. Very important field I need to explain you is the setup. I will explain that after that execute. Right there I can see we generate the ClickUp test report. Right there we have the ClickUp test report, and I can see the during radio and what have more performance, and that's everything working very quickly and pass very correctly. So bedding suites that are skipped because I specified just the folders, and everything basic. Very good. So what you need to execute this project? You need just a token. How you can get that token to put inside your environment file? Easy. You just need to follow the setup.md. Right there, you first of all need to generate inside ClickUp. You need to log in into ClickUp. You need to have an account, create an API interface, an application. After that, ClickUp will give you an ID client and client secret. After that, you need to click on the following URL, and you will replace your client ID and with your client ID that ClickUp will give you. In this case, this is my client ID in this example. Okay, but you can also use that if you want. The important is use the following code. ClickUp will give you a code inside the URL. You need to copy that and put it down inside the following request: client ID, client secret, the client secret, and the code generated right there. And that's it. After that, you can get the JSON Web Token, and you just paste it on the environment variable, and and everything is ready for execute the project. So, and this is a middle advance of the project. We also have the project in GitHub right there. Right there, we can see some advance of the project. Everything is stored in Git. We also have the continuous integration workflow. Right there, we can see the test report CI, and this is the same. Like the system give me right there. The report is stored over there. That's it. That for me, I think that's all for my project now. We have a very functional project with a very good performance, and the unique the unique error or the unique problem now is the lint, because we just have some problems with the convention, but that's very easy to modify. We just need to make some refactor inside the project. But for now, the ClickUp framework made by the QAnonimos group is 10 of 10. A beautiful project. So that's all for now. I hope you like my explanation. If you have any kind of question, you can give give me feedback, teacher. And that's it for now. Thank you.